Chloorkop had an interesting visitor recently ahead of the CHAN qualifiers against Angola. The national team chose to use Sundowns as opponents in a friendly preparation match ahead of the qualifiers. The Bafana squad included 5 Sundowns players.
A great feeling to wear the national team jersey. It's always a privilege, it's always an honour, it's always a player's aspiration is to play at the highest level for his nation. And so, yeah, very thrilled, very happy, and just glorify God in the opportunity, just thankful.
Oh, for me, it was a good experience to play international football. I think I've learned a lot, and I'm just glad to be part of it.
No, it was a great honour for me. It's one thing that I've been working hard on to make sure that I catch the eye of the national team coach. It happened at a time that God had ordained. And I'm grateful to Coach Peter Musimane for allowing me to take part when the team was still playing. It was a blessing.
It felt good to put on a jersey because if you're a footballer, you end up dreaming about playing for Bafana. And, I got the opportunity to play at least, even though it was a friendly, but I took it serious as possible because it's not every day we wear the jersey, So, yeah, it was a good experience.
The 5 Sundowns players got to experience the Brazilians from the other side of the fence, playing against their teammates as opposed to with them, a daunting prospect for some.
It was difficult because the guys know how I play and the runs that I made. So they made it difficult for me also.
It was a bit weird because they are my teammates. Then for me to play against them, it's not like when you're playing in a team training session when you are playing 11-11 against each other. There it was a game situation.
There's a lot of quality in the team, so obviously we know what the movements, what they're doing. For us, even though we know it, it's always challenging because we have to read situations, knowing what's happening around, Yeah, it was a good encounter.
When it comes to a competitive game like that one, guys are going all out. I'd rather play with Sundowns than against them, It was a very good test. Quality players that you want to test yourself against, and Sundowns, obviously, with the quality we have, always will give you that test.
Shakes Mashaba had to go with a younger-looking team for the CHAN qualifiers as the games fell outside of the FIFA weeks, and therefore not all players were available to him. The youngsters had a chance to impress the coach.
He went back to being a player like Charles, so you just have to learn to adjust as soon as possible. I find it easy because there's just similarities with Coach Shakes and Piso. So it doesn't feel difficult, but then I enjoy it.
For me, it wasn't about the Sundowns on the day. It was about what the national team coach wanted. I had to stick to what the coach wanted to see from me and the objectives that we had as the national team because we were preparing for the CHAN qualifiers. It was not about Sundowns. I had to go there and be a professional player and do my job, and I believe I did my job well.
Sundowns had a keeper, 3 defenders and a midfield player in the squad. Their friendship and experience made the adjustment to international football easier for them and the squad as a whole.
We have that sort of understanding amongst ourselves, so it was good. And I also think in the change room it helped us too, because obviously a whole bunch of new players coming together, it helps when there are guys that are joking around because they're comfortable with each other. And so I think it did help the dressing room on a whole, and we were able to share our experiences. Obviously at Sundowns we strive for excellence, and the coaches at Bafana also do the same. So I think we were able to aid them in trying to get the best out of one another and to push ourselves.
Sundowns won the friendly 3-2, and unfortunately this was a sign. Bafana lost a home leg 2-0 to Angola, and although they beat them 2-1 away, this wasn't enough to qualify.
I think they were really tough. I think the first game especially because, playing against Sundowns and then going to a full international, obviously there is, amongst the players, the nerves. It's a new occasion for most of those players. I think there were 7 guys making their Bafana debuts, and that's never easy. Playing against a team that are a unit, I think Angola have been together for a while, and I think core of that team was playing. It was always going to be difficult, especially being our first game together, only being a week together. Look, we tried our best. Their first goal was a deflection, and I think the second goal was because we were trying to push the result. We showed a bit of our inexperience there by trying to chase after the game, and we conceded a second one at home, which was, at the end of the day now, with hindsight, the actual killer. The killer blow was that second goal. But I think, as a group of young players, inexperienced at that level, I think we tried our best, and we tried to get the result, which wasn't too far away.